Hey, so this is the season one finale episode 12, wrapping up season one today with an episode that means a lot to me, something that I knew I wanted to talk about from the get-go. And this is sort of the plot twist at the end, the thing that kind of makes it all make sense for me. And this is something that you might not see coming if you've been listening to the first 11 episodes, but it's an important one and an episode that I think for the rest of the history of the show will be something that we kind of keep coming back to. And so excited to talk about it. I think this is The Secret of Life. I think it sounds, it's a little tongue-in-cheek, but this is it's a big idea for me, and so I'm excited to share it with you today. Welcome to episode 12, the season one finale of Me and the Quest. Well, hey, what's going on? Welcome to episode 12 of Me and the Quest. My name's Ben. Thanks for being here. Thanks for to those of you who have been listening for the first 11 episodes and are here again today. It means a lot. It's a small but pretty faithful audience, it seems like, so appreciate it very much. And we'll be taking a short break here after today's episode. Season 2, I talked about this a little bit last week, but Season 2 is still kind of being fleshed out, and we're going to see what kind of comes of this spring and summer. It's going to be a pretty crazy time for me. We have a baby due at the end of May. Also, right around that time, I'm going to be picking up playing live music, probably more than ever, it looks like. So I'm really excited about that, but it's bringing with it a host of other things to figure out. And then we're going to have a newborn, and it's going to be crazy. But I'm really excited. It's going to be a great summer, and the show will go on. I'm just not sure exactly what it's going to look like yet. My plan for season 2 is to still do some solo episodes, and I have a couple of themes I want to touch on. Kind of wells I can keep going back to talk about ideas that are interesting to me. So sort of some loose themes for what I want to talk about. And then I also hope to have some people on for some conversations with guests. And, I'm thinking it could be pretty sporadic where, there might be a couple of weeks without an episode. And then I might do like some mini series where like I've got 3 thoughts on this thing. I might release it as like 3 short episodes. And then I might, randomly drop a 90-minute unedited conversation with someone. It could be fairly sporadic, but we'll experiment and we'll, keep making stuff. Just we'll see I'm not really sure what it's going to look like exactly through the spring and the summer. And then as of now, my hope is that we'll kind of just experiment, do those on and off throughout the next little bit for season 2. And then sometime in the fall, switch back to season 3 where we'll go back to more regimented, like hopefully every week again in the fall. So that's kind of the loose plan. Things always change, but that's kind of where I see the show headed over the next little bit. I mentioned the idea that I am going to be playing more live music here locally. Make sure you follow me at Ben and the Family Quest on Instagram and on Facebook. I'll be posting like where I'm playing locally on there and kind of just updating lots more on the music side of things coming throughout the summer, so that'll be fun. Also, I can definitely expect some pictures of the baby to come on there too, so if you're into cute babies and music, it's a good account to follow. And if you don't like music or babies, are you a psychopath? So today's episode, even more than normal, I'm pretty loose on script. I have some things I know I want to talk about, but no clear segments, no idea. This might be a short episode. This might be a long one. I don't know. We'll find out in the edit, and we'll find out as we go here. But this is an idea that I knew I wanted to talk about from day one. It's a sort of a balancing. It's an idea that balances out everything else we've talked about. It's this plot twist that comes in, and to me makes it all work. And without this idea that I'm going to talk about today, I don't think I would feel as strongly as I do about all these other ideas I've talked about, because I do believe in them, in all these these ideas in the first 11 episodes. But there's this like caveat that comes in that I'm about to kind of let you in on, that to me is the only reason that I can feel so strongly about what I've talked about so far. I've somewhat jokingly called this idea my secret to life, that maybe I've stumbled into the secret to a meaningful, happy, good life, maybe. And I definitely, I don't always live in this space, but I've tasted it enough that I think that there is something here that this is, it's a secret to life. It's not the end all be all, but obviously I'm joking a little bit. I haven't figured out too much in my life, but this is an important idea, one that means a lot to me. So I'm excited to share it with you today in the season 1 finale. So let's talk about it. Let's jump into it. The secret of life, according to Ben. So up to this point, we've been talking a lot about the quest. It's in the name. It's kind of the big idea here, right? That we are setting these goals and working toward them, chasing after them, treating our lives more like a good story, more like an epic quest, living more like heroes on a purposeful mission with something to contribute to the world. And also, it makes the world better when we live that way, but it also makes our lives better. It gets us out of bed in the morning. It gives our days some vibrancy, some meaning, some excitement. We make good memories, right? It all gets better when we live like a hero of a great story. And throughout the season, we've talked about how to kind of determine what it is you want. We've talked about how to leave your comfort zone, how to figure out what your comfort zone is and then leave it. We've talked about kind of identifying some traits in yourself. What are your superpowers? What are your blind spots and your shortcomings that might be your undoing? What skills have you already developed? What skills do you need to develop? Who's going to be on your team? Who's going to be your mentor? Who's going to be your sidekick? We've talked about all that and more throughout season 1. And I wholeheartedly believe in everything that I've said. And part of the reason I can confidently say that is even as I present these ideas, right? It's very open-handed. It's very there are things that I'm currently processing. It's things that I am always honest. I try to be anyways. That this is how I'm seeing it. I might be missing something, or this is how I'm seeing it today. I might change my mind later, or I might But the fact I always try to present it fairly open-handedly and humbly because I'm no expert. It's just sharing as I go, right? But while I do hold all the individual things I talk about fairly loosely, I do really strongly believe that living with that sort of purpose, living on a mission, living a life that has some narrative structure, it gives us meaning. And I really do fall into this camp that what we want more than pleasure, more than power, more than comfort, more than any of these things, is we want meaning. We want to have a meaningful life, a life that we can make sense of, where we can understand our past sufferings, where we can look toward our future and have a clear story that we feel like we're being a part of. We want to be plugged into something bigger than ourselves. We want a meaningful life more than anything. And I've mentioned Viktor Frankl before, but I'll mention him again. Viktor Frankl, his most famous work is called Man's Search for Meaning. He was a contemporary of Freud, and he agreed with Freud on some things and then differed on plenty of things too. One of those big things being Freud's big thing was the will to pleasure, that ultimately what we all are chasing is pleasure. And before him, Nietzsche said that what we're ultimately all chasing is power. Frankl's, one of his big arguments is that power and pleasure are things we chase when we don't have meaning, which is what we ultimately really want. And to me, all you have to do is look at people who, the rich and the powerful, who have all the pleasure, who have all the power, and, are miserable and self-destruct. And obviously that's not doing it for them, right? So anyways, if you want to kind of explore that on your own a little bit, Viktor Frankl, Man's Search for Meaning, or just Google logotherapy. Logotherapy. It's not like the image you put on a sneaker to know what brand it is. Not that kind of logo. It's spelled the same. It comes from logos or logos or logos. I think it's logos. I don't know. I don't speak Greek, but from that Greek word, logotherapy. Definitely worth a Google, if anything is. So if you're interested in that idea, go for it. All that to say, I stand behind 100% this idea that what we want more than anything is meaning. What we want is to wake up with a sense of purpose, and a sense that we're doing something bigger than ourselves, a sense that we're playing to our gifted, our strengths, our superpowers, and that we get to use those and make the world better and experience that excitement and that vibrancy that comes with getting to do what we're here on the planet to do. I stand by all that. I've seen it in my life. I've seen it in people close to me. When we have something to work on, when we have a mission we care about, when we live more like a hero on a quest, our lives get better. And I really do believe that. But today I want to talk about the secret of life, which is balancing that, everything I just said, everything I've talked about for 11 episodes, balancing that with a different idea. So I think I've teased it enough. Here's my version of the secret of life, okay? Yes, go on a quest, treat your life like you're the hero on a mission, go do big things, live with purpose, take risks, don't settle, don't stay in your comfort zone, do the big things, all that. Yes, 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 and yes. But here's the balance to that. Here's the secret. Do all that, go on the quest, live the story, but enjoy the story as it's happening. Enjoy your life as it's happening. Enjoy the process. Enjoy where you are right now. Because if all we're ever doing is going on a quest to get there someday, if we postpone enjoyment, if we postpone contentment, if we postpone happiness and joy and an ability to get outside ourselves and just love people around us, if we postpone all that until we get to the end goal, we're gonna miss out. And this is why I think this is the secret of life: to live on a quest, to write a great epic story with your life, but enjoy it as it's happening. Enjoy it as it's happening. Be present as it's happening. Look around you and say, hey, like I'm not where I am ultimately heading, but I am going to enjoy today. I'm going to enjoy taking the one step I can take today. I'm going to enjoy laying this one brick on the ground level. And there's so many more bricks to lay that I'll lay another day, but I'm going to enjoy the process of laying this brick today, doing the one thing I can do today. There's so many examples of this for me, but like one clear one that I've been working on lately is, so much of my ultimate goals for my career, for what we build as a family, so much of that is based around a freedom to make memories, to experience things as a family, to spend a lot of time together, just to build that, that lifestyle freedom that allows us to be close as a family and to experience life in a rich way and all that. And that's good. I think that's a worthwhile goal. That's a good thing to go chase after. The irony is that if I'm not careful, I can miss moments that are happening right now because I'm thinking about, I'm with my family, but I'm thinking about how I'm going to do this and do this with this grand ultimate goal that like someday we'll be able to travel the world. I don't know, like what I can be with my family, and distracted by things I want to work on that, might ultimately serve the purpose that I could get to spend time with my family. So the great irony, of course, being right that I'm missing out on being with my family in that moment because I'm thinking about something I'm going to do where like we can be, I don't know what I'm picturing. Like, when will I be content, right? When will I be perfectly content to just be with my family once we're like on a beach in Cancun and like I'm making like $1 million a day just because I'm a YouTube star now? No, like that's not what I want. But if I'm not careful, I'll only ever be pushing to the next thing when I can be content, pushing to the next thing when I can enjoy my life. And I'm all for the delayed gratification involved with like learning a new skill and the fact that, you have to put in the work and you have to train. But I'm not into the idea of delayed gratification of like, I'll enjoy my life later. Like if you can't enjoy your life now, you're probably not going to enjoy your life later, right? A big mantra for me lately that I've been really holding close and thinking a lot about, it's just one word, and that word is already. I've been thinking a lot about the word already, about that I already have what I need. I already have arrived. I already have enough. I already have access to all the good stuff that I long to have. It's already here. And here's what's crazy. I think for a lot of people, myself included, there's this fear that like if you accept that you've already got what you need, you'll lose any sort of edge. You'll lose the drive. You'll just kind of become a consumer, or a lazy person, or a boring person. In my experience, it actually couldn't be further from the truth. When I live in that more like abundant, safe, content place of that I already have what I need, I can treat things like my creative projects or my career goals, or other things that whatever I'm working on, I can hold that all so much more loosely, because I'm not asking this music gig that I'm working on, I'm not asking that to make me happy. I'm not asking that to fulfill all my dreams, because I can say I already have what I need, and I'm going to do this, and it's going to be fun, and I'm going to enjoy it, and I'm going to put a ton of work into it, and I'm going to make it the best that I can. And I have dreams, and I still have desires, and I still have things I want to build. But it's play, because I already have what I need. And even though, we tend to get scared that saying like I already have what I need will limit us, it actually like is so freeing. And you can approach these things with so much, I get so much less afraid about failure, or about things not working out like I want them to, or just that general fear of the unknown that kind of just goes away when I can live in that place of like I already have what I need. And now it's just play. Now it's just, I'm on like this epic quest, but it's really just like, it's just like me playing in the backyard as a kid, like just imagining it. And at the end of the day, I can, go in and eat supper. And it's like, I was slaying the dragon, and now I can just go home and be content. And like, it was just play. It was just light. It doesn't mean it's not important. And I still I want to wake up every day and with that urge, that compulsion toward creativity, toward building something that doesn't currently exist, toward connecting with people, toward trying to make the world a little bit better, and try to contribute in some unique way that only I can. It doesn't make me a consumer. It doesn't make me a passive background actor in the story. When I can hold it all more lightly, and I don't ask any of these external things to fulfill me, then I'm free to experiment, to play. It's the damn secret to life, man. I'm telling you. It's the secret. And I am not great at living in that place for long periods of time, but when I'm in that pocket of like, I'm working on stuff, I am working toward goals, I have a clear like overarching narrative of where I've been and where I am and where I want to go, and it all kind of makes sense. And I'm also able to say, you know what, like on this random weekday in the middle of March in 2021, like I'm good right now, like I'm content right now. And I do feel that way today. I feel it's part of why I like went ahead and I'm filming this episode right now, is like I'm in this space. I'm not always. I wasn't like 24 hours ago. But I've been in this space enough to know that it's good stuff. It feels really good when you can both have a mission and hold that mission lightly. When you can both take your life very seriously and really care, and not just coast and not settle, and also just let it be what it will be, and not ask and not put so much weight on success or failure. Let the quest and the act of creation, the act of trying, the act of doing something new, the sense of adventure, let that be enough in itself. And whether or not you reach the goal exactly, or you fail miserably, or you get partway up the mountain and realize, this isn't actually a mountain I wanted to climb, I'm going to go back down. That's all secondary. I think a life that's all about the quest, that's all about the next thing, you can see how that would be a problem, right? Because you're never content. You've never arrived. There's always more. There's always the best things in life are always postponed to when I get to that end goal. And I don't think that's healthy. I also don't think that like purely, obviously, like this is what the whole show's been about so far, is like I don't think it's healthy either to be a passive consumer drifter in life. Not only is it not healthy in some like moral, like you should be getting to work, like it's not that at all. It's actually like for our own sakes. We're not meant to be passive consumers. I really believe like we're meant to co-create the world, and our lives get better, let alone what it does for the world. It does make the world better, but our lives get better when we're not just a passive consumer. So in my experience, and as I, talk with friends and family, and as I live a little bit longer, coming right up on my birthday this week that I'm filming this, and as I, I read different schools of thought about these sort of ideas, I think it makes a lot of sense that this balance of living on a mission, living with purpose, trying to do big things, trying to listen to our lives and answer the call that's on our lives, and take risks and be brave, and yes, all those things. And then can you also look around at your life and say, this is good right here. Like I'm going to enjoy this meal. I'm going to enjoy this conversation. And I'm not going to try to turn this conversation, every conversation I have into being about me and my mission. And if this conversation with this casual friend, if they can't serve my mission in some way, then I'm just going to, I need to get rid of them because I need to be on my mission. That's not it at all. We need to be in this free enough place to just have that casual conversation, to just have a night where you watch movies and hang out with friends or your family. I think if in the course of our days, we can have a taste of both. If we can, in most days, if we can do something that contributes to the world, that contributes to this mission that we're on, we work on some new skill, we work on some project that means something to us, we work on ourselves in some way, we try to get healthier physically, we read something that challenges us, we go to therapy, we do something in that day that makes us better or that contributes to our mission. And in that same day, you can also balance that with a walk outside that's not about getting fit, or it's not about what kind of business idea can I come up with on this walk. It's just about going on the walk and just listening to the birds and smelling the air, which you can't really, I don't know if you can smell the air. Around here you can sometimes if you can smell the ocean. Just, being outside for no reason. It's just listening to music to listen to music. It's a conversation with no end goal. It's eating food and actually tasting it. If we can get both of those into most of our days, I think that might be the secret. I think that might be the secret of life right there. So as we look back on this first season, these first 12 episodes now, there are these 11 episodes that are really about I tried to, provide some things to help you go on an adventure well. And that might be a big life changer. It might just be small little things to kind of prompt you and get a little bit better self-understanding or kind of nudge you in a direction that you have wanted to go but have been scared to go. I don't know exactly. It's going to be different for everyone, I think, but I hope that those first 11 episodes have helped with that. And then at the end, it's this plot twist that, like, guess what? The whole time, the quest itself was the point. The whole time, life itself was the point. If you can enjoy it as it's happening, I think that's it. I just keep saying it over and over again because I have to make it sink in for myself, and I think it's worth repeating. I think that's the secret. I also think that might be it. That might be the end of the season right there. I might have just I think I said everything I wanted to say about this. Season 1, I think it's wrapped up. I think that's it. And now you know that this show is not just about doing things. It's also about being. It's about that balancing act of, yes, go on the mission, but also enjoy the process, enjoy your life as it's happening. I think that's the secret of life, if I do say so myself. Gosh, all right. Episode 12, season 1 is done. This is it. Make sure that you subscribe on YouTube and the podcast app. Just because I don't know exactly when things are going to come back, make sure you follow the show on Instagram at Me and the Quest. You can follow me. It's my personal page / my music page at Ben and the Family Quest for updates on everything. And yeah, it would really be helpful if you've listened to the show at all, just especially on Apple Podcasts, if you use that app at all, to go on there and click 5 stars and just write like a quick blurb about, like, even if it's just like good stuff, I listened to every episode, or it can be a really simple 1-sentence review. That really helps the show with algorithms and stuff, and just some social proof. So if anyone stumbles upon it, it doesn't look too much like a ghost town. You can tell that people have been listening, so that's really helpful. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly when I'll talk to you again, but we'll do something soon. This is not goodbye forever. This is just a talk to you in a few weeks or something. Yeah, my life's about to get crazy. Talk about the quest and the plot twist, right? About to have another baby. So yeah, who knows? Who knows what season 2 will look like? But I hope to talk to you soon. Thanks so much to those of you who have been listening to all the episodes. It means a lot. Honestly, more than sharing it just like on a social media feed, which can be helpful. Telling people, like, one-on-one, sending any individual episode to a friend. That's like kind of maybe the best way to share right now. It's just that small grassroots, tell other people about it. That's helpful, and that means a lot. Yeah. So until next time, until season 2, good luck on your quest, and don't forget to enjoy your life as it's happening. Enjoy today, enjoy tomorrow, enjoy every step along the way. Don't delay contentment and all the good things in life. Don't delay that to maybe someday. Go chase that maybe someday dream, but don't forget to enjoy your life in the meantime. Thank you so much for being here, for listening, for being a part of it. And we'll talk to you soon, sometime, when season 2 comes around. All right. I'm Ben Crosswaite, and this has been season 1 of Me and the Quest. That's a wrap.